and welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is Tuesday the 7th of October. Yes, Tuesday. I'm recording this a bit earlier than what I would normally do, but as if you watch my normal videos you know I'm going on holidays. So this will be released on, I think it's the 15th. It'll be released on Wednesday, my normal Wednesday anyway. I think it's the 15th of October. So today's video is an extra. It's my plans for next year and my plans for the cricket game, the Big Bash 2020s. Now that starts on the 6th of November. So half of my plans will start on the 6th of November, but my new starts will start next year. So what I'm doing for my plans, now I do have a big birthday next year, so instead of starting 60 new whips, which is a bit too much for me, I don't like having too many whips, as you've probably worked out. 60 would be way too many. I wouldn't be able to work on them. I'd be too frustrated with them all because I'd want to work on all of them and can't. And then I'd miss my regular ones again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 new whips and 14 of my existing whips. I'll end up with 20 whips next year. And I'm going to do 6,000 stitches on every single whip. If I meet the 6,000, then I'll just try again for another 6 on that whip. If I finish a project, then I'd probably put another one in, depending on how I'm feeling and how close to the end of the year it is when I finish it. If there's only a few months to go, then I might just concentrate on the ones that I've got left. If not, I might just choose another one and put it in. Now, in saying that, I do have the mug sail hooked up to the Big Bash, but that one will be finished by the end of the year. So that one won't be included in my 20 for next year, but it is included in the Big Bash until it is finished. Another one is my owl that I started for my birthday this month. Now I've nearly finished that one already, so that one won't be included in the 20. So I'll have to choose another one for that one. And there was one other one, sewing sayings. Now I've got that down for the Big Bash, but then again that should be finished by the end of this year, so it won't be continuing into next year's. So I might just show you first the cover photos of what I'm doing, and then I'll show you my actual whip for them. Now I haven't got them in any order. Well, sort of an order, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so when Big Bash starts, that starts on the 6th of November. That starts for the ladies, and that goes till the 13th of December. And then automatically the men will start the following day, the 14th of December, and run till the 25th of January. So I've set one whip for every team. Now there is 8 teams, so there's 8 whips, and one whip for the wickets. For every wicket that is taken in every single game, I will be stitching on Toy Shop. So that will get a very good amount into Toy Shop. Now we might have, say for instance, for the first game, one team is going to get 10 wickets. The other team might get 7. So there's 17 whippets. 17 wickets. So that's 170 stitches just for that game. Now I know on the 9th of November when it actually starts, there is 3 games that day. So it's going to get work, and it's going to get work every day from the 9th of November to the 25th of January, just for that. And then next year it will get the 6,000 like every other whip. But this is the one I'm going to be doing for all the wickets. So I thought I would show that one. Now the teams for Big Bash are Adelaide Strikers. Now I'm going to be doing Merry Mischief. I should have had these in order, but I don't. Okay, so there's Merry Mischief. So when Adelaide Strikers play, this is the one I'll be working on. So whatever points they get, that's how many stitches I'll be doing on that one. Okay, so when Hobart Hurricanes, no, Brisbane Heat play, I'll be doing Sewing Cats. And this is Sewing Cats. Bit of a glare because I have to have the window open today. It's too hot. It's 35 degrees here today. Because I'm doing this at 4:45 in the afternoon. It was the coolest. Hobart Hurricanes is hubby's truck. I want to try and get as much dirt done as I can so I can get started on this truck next year. Melbourne Renegades. Every time they play, I'll be working on Breaking Free. Just see what I can get done. Melbourne Stars, I'll be working on the band sampler, which is this one. Sydney Sixers, whenever they play, I'll be working on the Sewing Saying. Now, I think I'll have this finished by the end of the Big Bash, so I don't think this one will be going through to next year. If it is, then I'll have to rearrange a couple of things. And Sydney Thunder, when they play, I'll be working on Tiger. Well, actually, Tiger is down here today. I've left the door open because I'm home by myself. But the only thing is it's so warm, so I can't really pick him up. It's too hot. So they're the ones I'll be using for the Big Bash League. Now, I will show you all the whips in 1 second. So, with my whips for next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm choosing 7 large whips, 7 small whips. So that's 14 whips, and then I'm doing 6 new whips, new starts. So that'll be 3 for big ones and 3 for small ones. So it sort of evens out. So I'm not just doing all big ones, I'm mixing it up with small ones. So let's get into the whips. Okay, so the big whips, what I class as big whips, is Toy Shop. So this will get 6,000 besides Big Bash. We'll leave Big Bash out of it for a minute now. This will get 6,000 stitches, and then it'll get more. But my aim is to put at least 6,000 stitches into it. The next one is Breaking Free, which I did just show you for Big Bash, but that one's made it into next year as well. So that's another one I want to get 6,000 in. Well, I'll get 6,000 in all of them, but if I get more in, that's even better, which I think I will. A Lynn Fox truck. Now, I would like to get working on this truck, but I've got to get a lot of this dirt done this year for what's left of this year. Get as much dirt done as I can so that I can start working on some truck. Animal Kingdom. This one I'm working on the second shelf up, so I'm still working around this book. So what I'm going to be doing is just keep filling in everything around here and get as much done as I can. So I want to get this shelf finished before I go on to the next shelf, I think. So that's that one. Hubble Bubble. Another good one. So that's another one in my bigs. Get as much done as I can. Like I said, my challenge is 6,000 stitches on all for my big birthday. My chatelaine is come through the fairy garden. So we'll see what we can get done on this one. At the moment, I'm still on these blue things going around. So I don't know, even if I got that bit done and maybe started on a fairy, that'd be nice. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how much we get done and where we progress on it. Rusty Cauldron. Alright, so this is the last big one. And Rusty Cauldron made the cut. Now I've got so many big ones, it was a hard choice, but there is a few of my favourites in there that I really want to get some work on. So they're the big ones that I will be working on. We'll go into the small ones and then I'll show you my new starts. Okay, so in the smalls category, which some of you might not think are small, but compared to my big ones, I class them as smaller. So we've got Tiger. So this one I should have finished this year, but I didn't. Things happen. You just roll with the punches. The next one is Hubby Bruce. Really love his gorgeous smile on this one. I know I say it all the time. You're probably sick of hearing me say it, but there you go. Sewing Cats. Now I could get a big chunk of this done because 6,000 stitches would finish off this row and probably get that cat in. Now I'm halfway through this row as it is. So 6,000 stitches, we'll get that a good chunk done in that. Merry Mischief. It won't be done for Christmas next year, but it will be done for the Christmas the year after, unless I get stuck into it. So we'll see. Anything can happen next year. Florentine. This one is needed on the wall. I have one spot for a lady left, and this is the one I'm working on. So I want to try and get her done and get her on the wall. The Owl. Merry Christmas. This one I'm nearly finished. This was my birthday start for October, but it's only a small one. I knew it wouldn't take me long. So this one I'll have to try and sort out another one to take this one's place. But it'll have to be an existing one. So if there's a new one that I want to start, and I'll have to start it this year for it to be able to be going in for next year, or I just pick one of the other smaller ones for this year, for a contender to go into there. And the last one is Christmas Band Sampler. Now, this one is probably halfway through, so that's all right. That won't be finished this year. And the only other two that I've got left here is your sewing threads, which should be finished at the end of Big Bash, and then Christmas mugs will be finished at the end of Big Bash as well. So they're the ones that are going to go through next year. They're my 14 existing whips. Now for my 6 brand new whips in the large category, I won't take this out of the packet because of all the rustling, but I'm going to start on Princess. Now I have showed you this one when I done my kit parade. It's on 18 count, so I'm just, normally when I do 18 count on normal Ada, I do 2 threads over one, full cross. But this one, it looks very small, so I might even just do 1 thread. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to suss it out when I start it, but I'll start on a plain colour and do a little bit of both, because it just seems very close compared to the normal 18. But it might just be me. Once I start it, I'll be fine. But that's a new start in the large section. Another new start in the big section is White Tiger. This one's 14 count. Isn't it gorgeous? Couldn't resist. I've got to start this one. I've got that many to choose from. It was so hard, but this one is a contender. He's in. So I'll get him done. And the last one for the big whips. Now, if you all know, I'm from England, so I thought I'd do London. We'll get this one done. This one's another one that's done on 14 count. So they're the big whips. Now, what I class as small, which probably you don't class as small, but I do, compared to my big ones. Now, because we're doing the Christmas band sampler, we're also going to do the twisted rainbow sampler. So we're going to start this one. So all these will get started I'll put these all on a decisions wheel after Big Bash is finished. So the end of January, these will all go on a wheel, and whatever one gets spun is the one that I will be working on. So we'll be starting that one. Now that one is getting done on I think it's a 28 count charcoal. And I have a needle minder, a pair of scissors. Thank you, Nessa. So that's what that one's getting started on. Unless I have a fabric change, but at the moment that's what that one's starting on. Another small is a dragon. It's another counted one. I'll have to put a photo up of this one because there's no cover photo. So that one I'll be starting as well. And the lucky last is Disney. Now I didn't get out the right one, but one moment. I forgot to get it out. I'm thinking of doing the alphabet. Now on these ones you've got the whole alphabet in all these books. Now they're all done singly. Now, you can't really copy them. So there's G, big G, little g. So I'm going to do the whole alphabet. I'm going to do it all on 28 count 2 over 2. And then probably sew it all together and make like a blanket or a wall hanging. Just so that the kids can learn their alphabet. Or put them all separate. And they can use them like you used to do with the cue cards, so that they can learn the alphabet. But yeah, just show them that. They'll have the animal with it. Well, the animal doesn't represent the letter, but it's Disney characters anyway. So it's either do the letters or find something out of all these Disney books, because I'm up to 225, so I've got to start using them. No point having them and not using them. Now, I do take them apart and put them in folders, but last time I did it, I had about 70 to do, and I said, oh, I won't let them get up, won't let them get up that high no more. As soon as I get a couple of books, that's it. Pull them apart, put them in the folders. The stack's about this high again. That did not work. But anyway, that's for another day. Okay, so let me show you these whips now. I've talked about what is going to be done. I hope I've explained it clearly. I'm starting the new plans next month when Big Bash starts. Working all those 8 whips for Big Bash until Big Bash is finished. Then I will start on my 20 whips, 14 existing whips, 6 new whips. So that's after Big Bash is finished. Then I will start spinning the wheel and see which ones I work on. Whether it comes up a new start, whether it comes up an existing whip. Whichever way it happens, it happens. So, I will show you the whips. Now this is my birthday start. This is ours. See, I'm nearly finished. I've only got this one left to do, and then Merry Christmas up the top. Now this one I've only been doing upstairs, except for today. I've done some downstairs, but normally it's only upstairs while I'm talking to hubby. But that's where this one is. That's why I said I don't think it'll be there next year, so I'll have to choose another one. But at the moment, that's how I've done it. But that's all right. I'll just put another one into that slot. Okay. Let's show you all these whips. So you've got what, 16 whips to see. Or 18, really. This is the sewing saying. So this one will be finished after Big Bash. This one's done on a 25 count. Yeah, it looks like 25 count. It's either 25 or 28, 2 over 2. That's the start on that one. because I won't get much stitching done before we get back, and we don't get back until the last week of October. So there's not much gap between October and when Big Bash starts. So I thought I might as well just show you all the starting progress now, or starting points. This one is Florentine. That's where we're starting on her. I want to try and get this cat done and get everything done down the bottom, and then I can just go up the top. There's not a great deal left down the bottom. This one is done on, looks like a 16 or an 18. I think it's a 16 count Blue Ada from Colour Cascades. So that's where that one starts. This one has got all the specialty threads. I brought them all. This one is what hubby brought as a birthday start a couple of years ago. Next one is Merry Mischief. Now, we're starting from the middle there. This is a Colour Cascades Fairy Wear Boots. And this one looks like an 18 count. It's got speckles through it. I don't know if you can actually see it. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of sparkle. But that's where this one's starting. I think with 6,000 stitches on each one, it will make a big difference. Whether I get more on after that, on all of them, or just some of them, we will see. But at just 6,000 alone is going to make a big ding in some of them anyway. The real big ones you probably won't notice, but this one is Rusty Cauldron. The cat's done in the middle. So really all I'm doing is working on this brickwork around, and I'll just fill it all in. I was going to do colour completion, but I don't think I can do that. I think I like to fill it in as I go, so that's where that one's starting. Okay, this one is the Christmas band sampler. Now this is all complete under here. I just won't take it all out at the moment, but I've got to finish this band, and there's a little bit of beading and specialty stitches to go in there. Beading I'm leaving till last. That's why these ones specialty stitches haven't gone in, because you need to put the beads in before you can put the specialty stitches in on those ones. But I can put the specialty stitches in on those ones. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just over halfway. So that one will be a finish next year anyway. Okay. Then we got Breaking Free. I'm not taking them all out of the Q-snaps. This is where Breaking Free is starting from. In between here is the bottom of the snow globe. So that's where that one's going to start. This one is done on, looks like an 18 count Ada. Everything is done full cross, unless the pattern says otherwise. Okay, the next one is Animal Kingdom. So this is the book I was talking about that I'm working on. So what I'll do is I'll just keep filling in here, filling in the book and filling around it. Try and make sure I clean up all these holes so that there's no holes in between. So I really don't like going back and collecting all these ninja stitches. Sometimes it's one stitch here, one stitch there, and they're a pain in the backside. Okay, next one. Oh, this one's not on the Q-snap. This one is, oh okay, this one's my Chatelaine. This is Fairy Garden. Which way is up? that way. I haven't worked on this one for a while, actually. This is what this one's looking like. So I've nearly finished the whole middle section with those blue pieces around. I've just got to fill them in. But I really need to get back to this one. And then get as much done as I can next year on it. And then I should be able to bring in my Swan Lake. This is hubby's Linfox truck. Now, I have done a heap of work on this over the last few days, actually. So I'm just working on all the dirt, filling in all as much as I can in this section, and then I'll move it along. But just get in as much as I can, get as much dirt as I can, because it does go over here and tucked under here. Lots of dirt. But that's okay. Whether it's a brown stitch, whether it's a green stitch, it's all stitching. Okay, the next one is Hubble Bubble. Oh, this one's out of the Q-snap. Okay, so where we are with this one. That's that side. Oh, and that's that side. This is the side I'm working on, getting... Oh, I'll move it closer, you're not going to be able to hear me. Getting all this bottle done up this side. I'll just keep going up the side. Then I'll bring it back over and then work back down into the cauldron. That one's done on 16 count Ada. 16, yes, 16 count. Okay, so this one is the Mug Sow by Shannon Christine Designs. This is where I'm up to with this one. Now, I think this is Mr. Claus. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then another one here. So that's should all be finished before the end of Big Bash. Let's hope. So that's where we're going to start with that one. I was hoping to have the other one finished before I go on holiday, so that still could be done yet. We're only Tuesday. I can still stitch until Sunday morning. We'll see. Might be able to get it done. Got a lot going on. Got packing to do. Got shopping to do. Got things to do around here. Lots to do before I go. This is hubby. This is where his arm is, and that to the railing there. So I want to get as much done on this one as I can. This is done on a 25 count even weave. Maybe 1/1. Yes, 1/1 full cross. This is Sewing Cats. Like I said, I've got a bit done on this over the last week. This one's done on a 28 count, 2/2 full cross. And this is where we are with this one. Needs an iron, but anyway, I've been working up on this one. So this is all new. So you wouldn't have seen this. So that's where we're at with that. That's why I said 6,000 stitches will get this bit and the cat up the top finished. Easy. So then I'd only have the bottom part to go. So tension, maybe that's a finish for next year, that one. Alright. Well, we've only got 2 left to go. It's not as long as I thought. I thought it would be a longer video. Maybe I'm just talking very fast. This one is Tiger. Might be better if I show you up the right way. Because here's his eyes and his part of his ears. This is the top of the circle. Bit hard to be standing on his head. So that's the start for that one. And I think we only have one lucky last one left to show you. And that would be Toy Shop. I'll be glad when this one's done, but I won't be glad when it's done because I love working on it, but I'll love seeing it on the wall as well. So I'm down the bottom. I'm not taking it out. I'm just going to keep working on here, working across, and I might even go up and fill in the Q-snap and then work my way across a bit more. Might work my way along the bottom and then go up. See where it takes me, really. Now that's Toy Shop. And the rest of it is over here, but oh, can't unravel it all because I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. So I think I showed the whole thing my last Flosstube. If not, when I do my whip parade at the end of the year, it will come out then. So there is all my whips. That is what I'm doing for next year. But like I said, the actual plans will start when Big Bash starts. Now, for Big Bash, I'm doing each run that each team makes is 1 stitch. So if they make 200 runs, one team, that's 200 stitches. The other team makes makes 200 runs as well. That's 400 stitches for that one game. And then for how many wickets are out, I do 10 stitches. So if you've got 10 wickets out for one team, because then that team's out, and maybe 7 for the other, for instance, that's 17 stitches. 17 wickets, that's 170 stitches for the one game. So I think I'll get a fair whack into Toy Shop. That's why I thought for every wicket I would just stick to Toy Shop. But all the teams, doesn't matter whether the ladies play or the men play, all the whips are for the same teams. So I thought that would go down well. Well, I hope you understood. I hope, well, not that you understood. I hope I come across and saying it the right way so that you know what I mean and what I'm doing. But like I said, everything starts on the 9th of November. Now, if you go on to the Facebook group, Fun with Cross Stitch, there is a game there for Big Bash. Now, I put the ladies up at the moment. I haven't put the men's up yet, but I will put the men's up. But that doesn't start till December. Now, when the games are played, the next day, I will post the scores of what team got what scores and how many wickets for each team in case you're doing wickets as well like I am. So I will post that on the Facebook group, be the main group. And that way everyone knows what they're doing if they don't watch it. Because if you're overseas, you might not know what Big Bash is. You might not know how to watch it in your area or what time it comes on compared to when it comes on in Australia. So I will post it. We play a game on the Sunday. I'll post it on the Monday. So every day will be the days before's, the games before total. Does that make sense? So on the 9th, I know we've got 3 games for the ladies. It starts off with 3 games. So that's a Sunday. So Monday morning, I will post the 3 games. Who played, who scored what, how many wickets for each team. And that way, depending on which way you're stitching, if you're stitching doing all the runs and all the wickets, be easy. If you're doing just for Adelaide Strikers, for instance, out of the 2 games, you're just doing for one team, well, it'll be itemised so you can see which one you need to do. So I hope that helps. I'm looking forward to my 6 new starts. I've just got to work out what I'm going to do instead of the owl. Whether I start another one this year and have it take the owl's place, because I don't think that's going to be in there. or I can't have it as a new start. I've got my new starts done. Yeah, so I'll have to either start it this year or use an existing whip. But it has to be a small one because that's out of the small category. But we will see. We will see what happens. Let me get this one done first. I'm hoping to get it done and get it up for Christmas. That would be nice. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, do all the Flosstube things. I hope you did enjoy this video. I know it's only a plans video, but at least it gives you a video still to watch because I'm going to Melbourne on Monday, so I'm not going to get a lot of stitching done, so I won't get a normal Flosstube in. So that's why I thought I would do this today. Today's the 7th, and then release it on my normal Wednesday. So you're still getting a video from me. Then I will do a normal Flosstube at the end of the month. I'm not sure what date it is. I didn't write that down. But we come back on the 20th. Hubby goes back to work. Be on the 27th. So it should be about the 29th, I think, would be that Wednesday. Give or take a few days. I don't know if I've got the dates right, but that's just doing it in my head. But anyway, it'll be the last Wednesday in October anyway. And then it won't be long, we'll be starting the Big Bash. And then it'll be Christmas. Geez, where's the years gone? Years just flown past this year. Well, I hope you all have a good stitchy week, a stitchy fortnight. Stay warm if you're in the cool areas. Stay cool if you're in the very hot areas. Like I said, at the moment, we're in the 30s. Where hubby is, he's reaching 40s and 41. So it's a bit hot up there for him where he's working. He's working up at Catherine, which is not 3 hours from Darwin. So he comes back on the Sunday. He flies back in on the Sunday. And then we fly out on the Monday morning. So not much downtime in between. But it's all good. I better go before I keep waffling on and just chit-chatting. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in a few weeks. Bye for now.